Hello, good morning student. Today again I will explain another video of class 9 science set number 13. This is the continuation video of last video, that is the third video. Okay, the name of this chapter is the why do we fall ill, right? Before starting this video, please take out your notebook, pen, pencil, right, to copy down the important topics. And I request you all please watch this video till end. Okay, if you watch the little portion, then you will not understand. Okay, in this video I will mainly explain about the organ specific and the tissue specific, and also I will explain about the symptoms and also principle of treatment, right? Without wasting the time, I will start this video. Be ready, take out your notebook, pen and pencil to copy down the important topics. Now the first one, that is the organ specific and tissue specific, right? Manifestation. Organ specific and tissue specific manifestation, right? Now we already know that we have a lot of in our body is made up of the cells, okay, and these cells are combined together to form the tissue, and these tissue are combined together to form the organs, and these organs are combined together to form the organ system, right? Now look here, human body has a large number of organs, tissues and system, right? Our heart is also known as one organ, our blood is the tissue, our digestive system, that is the systems, right? That is organ system. Now this human body is made up of the numbers of, that is large numbers of organs, tissues and the systems. Every pathogen has developed adaptation to infect a particular organ. That means every pathogen, that means each and every pathogen, they have this only the specific organs, okay, that the particular organ they used to infect or they used to adapt. Not all the organs. For example, our hepatitis B will be infected only in where? Only in our liver, right? Like this in the case of the HIV, that mainly infected on the blood and our this what liquid portions, right, in our DNA portion. That is, it's every pathogen has developed what adaptation to infect a particular organ or tissue or system. In some case, the infected organ or tissues specify the specificity that depends upon the portal of entry, while the other it is not so. In this case, I think you all heard this hepatitis, you all heard this what tuberculosis, right? In this tuberculosis may be affected on the lungs, right, and some part of the liver, right? And these diseases, they only enter in only in a particular organ, not to the others, right? The pathogenicity or the severity of harms depends upon the tissue destroy and release toxins by the parasite. That means the pathogenicity or the severity of harm, that is the severity, okay, the harmness, okay, of the particular tissue or particular organ is related to only the what, the destroying of that particular tissue or releasing of the toxins by the parasite, that is related to the this part toxin, that is harmful chemical which are produced by that particular pathogen, okay. That in this person it means that our in human bodies are made up of a numbers of the organs, number of the tissue, number of the system, and each and every these pathogens, they have target, they have infected, they have adapted only in a particular organ. In case of the hepatitis B, they are only infected on the liver, not to the heart, not to the lungs, right? Like this, some specific pathogens, they target only in the specific organ, not all the organs, right? And the harmness or the harmness of this organs or any bodies, okay, that are depends on the destroy, the tissue destroy or the organ destroy or the toxic substance which are released by the any kinds of the parasite or any kinds of the pathogens. Okay, the next portion is the portal related organs and tissue specific. Now in here the roots, in we study about portal means in the roots, the related to the organ or the tissue. What are the roots? Okay, in which root the organism will be enter to that particular organs or the tissue. Now look here, the microorganism enter the body through various route. If they enter through nose, they are likely to go to the lungs and cause respiratory disorder like tuberculosis or pneumonia. If any kinds of the microorganisms, if they enter through our nose, they will be cause the respiratory disorder disease, right? Respiratory disorder disease, that is, they are always infected to the lungs. Okay, the lungs is known as our respiratory organ, right? In this respiratory, they always infected to the respiratory organ, okay, and they cause respiratory disorder disease like tuberculosis or pneumonia. If they enter through the mouth, they pass into the digestive tract and may cause typhoid, diarrhea, helminthic infection, etc. That means they are always infected to our digestive tract. Okay, they may be infected to our digestive organ or digestive part and cause the typhoid, diarrhea. They infected to the large intestine. Helminthic infected to the where in the small intestine, right? In here the root, okay, the microorganism, the infection area is related to the root where the microorganism will be entered, right? Some microbes like viruses reach liver and cause jaundice. Okay, some of the microorganisms, they enter, okay, from the nose or from the mouth, okay, and they enter inside our liver and cause the jaundice, or they can cause the hepatitis. Okay, however, it is not necessary that the infectious agent reach a particular organ depending upon the route of entry. But it is not necessary. Okay, it is not necessary that infectious agent, that means any kinds of pathogen, they will reach a particular organ depending upon the route of entry. In case of this infectious agents, like in case of this virus, they enter through our nose or they enter through our mouth, but they directly infected to where? To the liver, right? Because of this, we can say that in the conclusion part, we can say that any infectious agents, okay, it's necessary to enter from this side and they will cause this side. Okay, they will enter in any part. Okay, but the target will be only specific, right? For example, if the virus is enter, like hepatitis B virus is enter from your mouth or from our mouth or nose or any part, okay, but they will affect only in the liver. So then please copy down this part. Okay, this is the first part. Next, non-portal organs or the tissue specific. Non-portal organ or tissue, but they are not entry through this specific portions. Okay, now look here, like malaria, we can study about plasmodium. Now this is the malaria causing the microorganism. Okay, you already study in the class 8. Enters the blood, goes to the liver to multiply and then pass into the red blood cells, right? That means these plasmodiums, these are carried by the female Anopheles, after biting of this female Anopheles to our body, then it enters to the blood, then goes to the liver, and then the reproduction will be done. The multiplication of this Plasmodium will be done inside the liver, and then it will be transported to the red blood cells. Similarly, viruses causing Japanese encephalitis, that is brain fever, enters to the mosquito bite in the blood and then reaches to the brain. In this Japanese encephalitis, what happened due to this mosquito bite? They enter like to our blood, okay, like Plasmodium, and then they target to due to the blood stream, that passes to the brain and they goes inside the brain, okay. And next, in case of elephantiasis, worm enter to the mosquito bite. Elephantiasis also, this worm also, they will be entered through mosquito bite, okay, in the blood and reaches lymphatic vessels, okay, or lymph portions, lymphatic vessels, okay. And another one is the HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus, which causes as enter the body through sexual contact and then spread to lymph node and all over the body. That is lymph node in here, all the liquid portion, they will spread it to all the liquid portion which contained inside our body, okay. Now this is the one that is the non-portal and the tissue specificity, okay. Now, but in here the Plasmodium is entered to the blood, but they target to the the liver. After multiplying, they target to the red blood cell, right? Next, viruses. What viruses? That is the Japanese encephalitis viruses. They enter to the blood, and then where they will be transported to the to the brain, and then they cause the brain fever, right? Next is the Next is this elephantiasis. They enter to the blood, right? And after that they will be target to our lymphatic system, and they cause the elephantiasis. Next, HIV, they enter to our blood or our liquid portions, okay, during sexual contact or any kinds of the blood transfusion. At the time, what will happen? From that blood or any serum, they will be transported to to the lymph node, and then it is spread throughout our body, okay. This is the non-portal organs and tissue specificity. Next is the sign and symptoms. Sign and symptom. They are the manifestations of the disease. The sign and symptoms of a disease will depend upon the tissue or organ which the microbes target. These signs and symptoms are the manifestations of the disease, okay, that is the symbols of the disease, right? And this sign and symptoms depends on the tissue or the organs where the microbe is target. If the brain is target, we will observe the severe headache, okay, vomiting, fits or unconsciousness. If the brain is target, then headache, vomiting, unconscious means we are not able to control our whole body, okay. Because of that, what will happen? We will become the unconsciousness. Then if the lungs are target, then symptom will be cough and breathless, means coughing and we are not able to breathe properly, okay, that is breathless. The liver is targeted. If the liver is targeted, then there will be jaundice, okay. If the lymph nodes are targeted, then the lymphocyte production may go down. That means our liquid portions, like our blood content will be goes down, okay. The amount of blood will be reduced. If the alimentary canal is targeted by the worms, then loss of appetite, okay, and abdomen pain may be take place. These are the symptoms and the signs of any diseases, right? Please copy down this place also. Done. Okay. Next is the severity of the disease. What are the severity of the disease? Now look here. Disease will spread in the body only when the microbes enter the body in a sufficient number, called infectious dose. Means only one microbes will enter into our body. After that, they will take the time to multiply. Okay. that if they will get the specific numbers, okay, then that person is known as the infective dose. Severity of disease manifestation will, however, depend upon the number of the microbes above the infection dose. If the number is small, the disease manifestation will be minor or unnoticed. Okay, if the number is too small, then the disease can cure very easily. Okay, Okay, that disease is the minor disease. If the number is more, than the severity of disease is very risky and it will not be cured, okay, in a very short period of time. Okay. Next is the common effect. A pathogen does not get easy foothold due to the presence of the body defense system. That is, due to presence of our immune system. Our immune system is always defend the what pathogen to enter our body. The latter consists of protective coverings, germicide secretion, friendly microorganisms, phagocytes and immune systems, and these are some of this what our body defense system, right? Like our this missile defense system, right? Immune system is a complex. Okay, this copy down this part. Immune system is a complex of a special cells and biochemical that is known as antibodies. Okay, that is able to distinguish the foreign organisms and foreign substance, might immobilize, detoxify, and kill the same. This immune system is a complex special cell. Okay, it contains biochemical weapons, okay, and that biochemical weapons, they are known as the antibodies. These antibodies, they can easily distinguish that this is the foreign particle, that is, this is the new particle, this is the foreign particles, or this is the another substance which can harm to our body, or this is the not present in our body. Okay, they can easily distinguish, and they can easily immobilize or remove, they can easily detoxify, and they can easily kill these foreign particles, okay, without harming our body, right? The microbes are prevented from entering the body by intact skin. Because of the intact skins, hair, mucus in the nose, sweat, tears, okay, from the tear glands of eyes, and HCl in our stomach. Okay, hydrochloric acid is present in our stomach. Okay, these are some of the substances which are present in our body. Okay, and because of that, this microbe can easily prevent it. Okay, they can easily protect it to enter into our body. If the microbes are able to enter in the body, they may be killed by WBC. There is WBC, white blood cells. Okay, we also known as the leukocyte. Another name of white blood cell is known as the leukocyte, or macrophages in the process of phagocytosis, that is englobing the germs. They engulf and killing. Okay. However, some microbes escape phagocytosis and enter the body cells, and they can escape they can escape the phagocytosis and they enter into our body cells, releasing the certain toxic substance to kill the cells, and they released after entering to our body, and they escape these cells, and then what they start releasing some of the harmful substance and to kill that cell. The damaged cell release histamine, which causes the inflammation characterized by dilation of capillaries and small blood vessels surrounding the place of injuries. The damaged cells, okay, release some of the chemical that called inflammation, okay, caused by the dilation of capillaries and small blood vessels surrounding the place of injury. The infected area becomes painful. That the infected area will become very pained, red, and swollen. They become painful and become red and will become swollen. Okay. These are some general effects like fever. Fever is the general symptom of all the diseases. Inflammation is the recruitment process which activates the immune system. Inflammation means our warmness of our body. Okay, in this what happened, our body requits, means our body cell requits the immune system. That is, we need to activate our immune system to fight with the foreign particles. T cells, B cells are, and their antibodies appears in the regions, and in that infected regions, that what happened, due to the activations of immune system, our T cell and B cells and antibodies will be deployed in that area. Okay, that will be deployed in that area, that is that infected area. Antibodies hold the antigens, while T cell hold the pathogens. That antibodies that hold the antigen which are produced by the microorganisms, that is harmful organisms. Okay, and the T cell that holds the pathogen. Our T cell that holds the pathogen. Both antigens and pathogens are immobilized due to the presence of Due to the presence of our antibodies, and due to the presence of our T cell, they can easily immobilize these pathogens and the antigens. Phagocytes, macrophages, then envelop them. Then because of this phagocyte, that inside this macrophages, they envelop these microorganisms and these antigens, and they start killing inside their bodies. But in HIV infection, immune system damage, means HIV infection is directly the effect on our immune system. So the person cannot fight even the microbes of cold, cough, diarrhea, cholera, etc. Due to the failure of our immune system, what will happen? That persons are not able to fight. Our immune system, the immune system of that persons are not able to fight the small microbes like our common cold, cough, diarrhea, cholera, etc. Cold is sent into the pneumonia, then the cold will be at last converted into the pneumonia. A minor gut infection may produce diarrhea. That is, small gut infections, they can convert it into the diarrhea with blood loss. Okay, death of AIDS patients does not occur due to the HIV infection, but due to the other infection. But any person who die, okay, due to the AIDS, okay, they are not related to the HIV infection, but they are related to the other infections. Okay, other infectious diseases, like it may be cough, it may be cold, it may be diarrhea, it may be cholera, it may be TB, it may be pneumonia. Okay, these are some of the infectious diseases. Because of that, HIV patient will be die. Okay, this HIV patient will be die is not related to the HIV infection, but it is related to the is related to the this type of small microbes. What are they? They are common cold, cough, diarrhea, cholera, TB. Okay, these are some of the small and weak diseases. Please copy down this page also. Okay, done. Okay, next principles of treatment. How can you treat the diseases? Okay, there are two ways to treat the infectious diseases. Okay, there are, number one is reduce the effect of the disease. The first part is to reduce the effect of the disease. Okay, the treatment reduce the effect of the disease without killing the infectious agent. That is, without killing the infectious agents, without killing the pathogen, we reduce the number of the diseases, that is the pathogens. Okay, this is carried out by two methods, that is symptomatic treatment and rest. Because of these two methods, we can reduce the number of the pathogen inside our body. Number one, symptomatic treatment. Medicines are taken to treat the symptoms of the diseases. Symptoms are related to the infection. For example, fever, pain, sneezing, coughing, loose motion. Okay, in this type of these symptoms, we used to take the medicine. Right? Medicine brings down the fever. Okay, medicines will bring down the fever levels of our body, and reduce the pain, that is analgesic. Okay, then control the loose motion. Okay, antidiarrheal. Okay, check sneezing and coughing, anti-allergic. Because of these medicines, we can reduce the number of the pathogens, okay, which are cause fever, pain, sneezing, coughing, loose motions. Right? Next is the bed rest. Bed rest, taking rest. Okay, bed rest is advised to conserve energy from the making the same available for healing. That means during the bed rest we can conserve the energy for doing this, for making for making or for recovering the healing portions, okay, of the our body, right? That means during this infection, what will happen? Some of the our body, energy will be lost. Okay, at the time, what will happen? If we take rest, then our energy will be conserved. Then this energy will be used to recovering the healing or infection portions, right? Because of that, we can easily reduce the effect of the disease. Please copy down this part. Next. Okay, done. Yes. Next one. Next, number 2, that is the killing the microorganism or infectious agent. That is, we need to kill the infectious agent, right? After that only we can easily cure the diseases. Now, right, the infectious agents like bacteria, virus, fungi, helminths, and protozoa have some essential biochemical life processes which are peculiar to their group and not shared with the other group. That means these infectious agents, what are they? Bacteria, viruses, fungi, helminths, protozoa. They have essential biochemical life processes. They have their own life processes, right? Okay, they are not sharing their life processes, okay, to one another, right? These processes may be pathway for the respiration or synthesis of new substances, and these processes, okay, may be related to the respiration, or that is production of energy, or synthesis of new substance, that is they related to the production of the new substance, that is reproductions. Okay, drugs are available which block these processes and kill the infectious agent, and we have a lot of the drugs. Because of this medicine, we used to block that process, that is their respiratory process or their reproduction process, right? Now, what are drugs in here? The antibiotics. I think you already learned in the class 8, right? Antibiotics are the chemical substance which are produced by the microbes which kill or prevent the growth of the other microbes. And we used to take the antibiotics. Then, because of these antibiotics, they used to kill or prevent the growth of this type of the pathogens or the pathogens or the infectious agents. Antibiotics are the drugs which can block the biochemical life processes of bacteria without harming the human cell. And these antibiotics are the medicines. These antibiotics are the drugs which used to kill the live bacteria, or which used to block the life processes of the bacteria without harming the human cells. Sulfur drugs prevent the folic acid synthesis in bacteria, and this is one type of drug, that is sulfur drugs, okay, which while the human beings do not require this process, and this synthesis of this folic acid is not required in the human body. That is why if we use the sulfur drugs, it does not harm to our body, but it is harm to the bacteria. Okay. Next, penicillin prevents the cell wall synthesis in the bacteria. That penicillin is the one type of the antibiotics. Okay, and which used to prevent the cell wall synthesis of the bacteria, while cell walls, okay, are not present in the human body, right? Similarly, there are drugs to kill the protozoa like malaria parasite or helminths like roundworms, and there are so many drugs, okay, which also used to kill the protozoa, that is malarial parasite, and which also kill the helminths that like roundworms. However, viruses do not have their own metabolic machineries, and in here I already explained in the last video that viruses is included in intermediate positions of the living and the non-living persons. Okay, viruses are like a crystallines. Okay, they after entering into any living cell, they show their living properties. Okay, and the reproduction is also done due to the reproduction of that living cell, right? That is why the viruses does not have their own metabolic machineries to perform the these life processes. They enter the cells and use our machineries for their life processes. They have only few biochemical mechanism of their own. That they have only the few biochemical mechanisms. Okay, so we can only target a few biochemical mechanisms to block the viral growth. That's why the virus is very difficult. Okay, we can only target. Okay, only the few biochemical mechanisms to block the growth of the virus into our body. We have been able to develop some of the effective antiviral drugs, example against HIV infection, and we are trying to. Okay, we will try to develop some of the effective antiviral drugs. Okay, if we are able to make the effective antiviral drug, then we can easily control the HIV, or we can easily control any kinds of the virus, okay, infected diseases. Like now the burning issue is what? Coronavirus. Okay, if we have already developed this antiviral drugs to block this coronavirus, okay, to growth of this coronavirus infection, then we can easily cure the coronavirus. Okay, now this is very difficult to develop, to produce, or to make the antiviral drug. That is why now we are still facing the problem of this coronavirus. Okay, and this is the most important, okay, portion, that is how can we treat the diseases. Okay, the treatment of the diseases. Okay, this number 2, that is the killing the microorganism of infectious agents. Okay, please copy down these portions. Okay, and that's all for today. Okay, if you have any doubt or any confusion, please send one message to the WhatsApp group. I will clear your doubt. Okay, and that's all for today. Okay, thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.